This is Kalani Kachela, or XK. Today I want to talk to you about how do you define anxiety. And I want to begin by asking you to hit the subscribe button if you like this video and make sure you share it with a couple of your friends. Well, how do you define anxiety and how does anxiety affect your life? Before I give you that definition, I want you to pause the video and write down in the comments your definition of anxiety. Just take 30 seconds and jot that down, and we'll come right back to it. Well, we're back. How do you define anxiety? Anxiety is simply apprehension about the uncertain future. What does that mean? Well, it means that you have some sense of fear or dread or concern or worry about what's coming down the pike. And as a result of that, you are feeling a certain way, kind of edgy or stressed or just kind of at the end of your rope. What is apprehension though? That is what I want to break down for you today, because apprehension is really the source of this underlying fear or feeling that drives this sense of anxiousness or anxiety and causes us to stress and worry. Well, there are several signs of it. One is you may be feeling nervous. And everybody knows what nervousness feels like. You're just kind of on edge, as if your body is vibrating and you're worried about what's going to come up. If you have this sense of nervousness throughout your day, that's a sure sign that you are living with anxiety. Another sense of anxiety or a sign of anxiety is that you feel there's some danger lurking around the corner. Perhaps you are a person who is prone to monitoring or walking around the perimeter of your house or your property, or you have cameras set up outside to monitor your property. You may be using the Ring telephone to monitor whoever comes up to the door, even the postman or the neighbor. If you don't trust people, or you have this sense that there's a lurking danger around individuals, that's another sign that you have anxiety that's carrying you and driving your behavior. One very visible sign is that you have this pulsating heart rate. You can feel it without touching your body. You just have this within your body, this pounding, pounding, pounding. You may even hear it in your head is pounding so hard. If you have that physical symptom, that's a sign that you have anxiety. Another visible sign that you can see and others can see is sweating, especially if you're in a cool place or a cool space. Air conditioning and you're still sweating, it's cool outside, you're still sweating, you're feeling panicky, those are signs that you have anxiety. Are you unable to sit still? Some people can't sit still. Their hand won't stay stable like mine is. It's going to be shaking all the time. Or maybe they just feel it in their body. They're just unable to maintain a steady state. That is another sign that you are worried, stressed out, and have anxiety. Are you tired and exhausted? Another thing to keep in mind. But probably most importantly, the sign that people have to show that they are really filled with anxiety is the inability to concentrate or to think straight or to keep your focus on one thing at a time. This is not uncommon. There are many things that keep us distracted these days. You may be thinking about your bills, thinking about your work, thinking about your children, or you may have had something that took place during the day, during the morning, that just got you, really kind of worked up in your head, in your mind, in your thoughts, and you can't stop thinking about it. We call that overthinking. But the inability to concentrate is a sign that you are apprehensive. That means you're looking down the road into the future, and that you are worried about what you see, or the possibility that something will pop up and be disturbing or cause you harm. If you have any of these signs, or you just feel maybe you have a multiple of these signs or these symptoms, good thing is that you have resources. But let me just go down the list one more time. Feeling nervous, having a sense of dread, increased heart rate, breathing rapidly, sweating and trembling, feeling tired or exhausted, and finally, the inability to think straight or to keep your thoughts focused on one thing at a time. This is all a part of that apprehension about the unknown future. None of us knows what's coming down the pike 1 second from now, let alone an hour from now, a day from now, a week from now, or even a year from now. And perhaps you really have some good reason to be worried about the future. Perhaps you have some medical tests that you're waiting for, some grades that you're going to be getting from your teacher, or maybe you have a report coming from your boss, something that suggests to you that you're going to be judged or graded or tested. These are real things to be concerned about. But if it's taking over your life, then anxiety is causing you, in a way, self-harm, or it is taking up more time in your life than it deserves. And for this reason, we want to encourage you to take action. The number one thing you can do if you think you have anxiety is to see a medical professional. Always, always, if any symptom persists more than 7 days, get yourself to an urgent care clinic, an ER, or make an appointment with your primary care physician. People say, well, I don't have insurance. I can't afford to go to the doctor. You have to get yourself to a public facility that will accept you even without insurance. Maybe you have a fear of seeing medical professionals. Go see a psychologist, a mental health professional, such as a licensed family practitioner or licensed marriage and family therapist, or just a licensed clinical therapist or a licensed practical counselor. However you want to do it, just get yourself some care. The second best thing you can do is tell someone else what you're feeling. Always, always be sure to share your inner feelings with someone. You need to have someone that you can talk to and give you some feedback. And the third thing is to listen to what your body is saying. I always encourage people to be in touch with their body. I'm in touch with mine. Whenever I feel something that is just a little bit askew, I check it out. So I encourage you to do the same. These are the things that I have told you about. Now I promise you one thing at the end is, how do you know that you have anxiety? And you know because your body will tell you and your mind will tell you. And the two of them together will say to you in some form or fashion, this is not normal. You can look around and see other people, and they may be experiencing anxiety but covering it up. But you know inside of your body that you're feeling apprehensive and worried about the future, even though there may not be a real threat, but you have perceived one, then you should check it out. Don't let another day go by without doing a self-check. This is my word to you and my guarantee that if you take care of this, your body will take care of you. All right, friends, if this video has been helpful, please subscribe, share it with your friends.